John Baranowski here with Phillip Prevost. Hello and welcome, sports fans. It's the Prince William Ice Center, and this is the Commonwealth Cup. It's going to be a great game for you as Virginia Commonwealth University comes to the Prince William Ice Center to play against your George Mason University Patriots.
Yes, and George Mason has to defend this Commonwealth Cup this year. They won it last year. This is the fourth year of its inception, right? Inception,
yes,
right.
Yes.
And Virginia Commonwealth won it for the first 2 years, so they are defending this cup today, and we hope they take it home.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful trophy, isn't it? I'm really impressed.
We were impressed. I went down to grab it for a second. I was like, oh, but I'm going to get this like not little trophy, but something like yay big, you know, something to put on a mantle. This is a trophy. Yeah.
I mean, as one who started a rivalry trophy of my own between Mercyhurst and Oswego State, Laker Challenge shown, it's a ship's wheel. You know, there's usually something odd and strange. I mean, you know, you have, I think it's Arkansas and Alabama have played for a telephone. I mean, there's all these weird trophies throughout college sports.
Exactly.
This is nice.
Yeah, impressive.
Well, it's a great game, and it's for a great cause. This is the game for Children's Hospital. This is the big charity event. So far, George Mason has raised over $11,000, and that's before ticket sales have even started coming in because, well, it's still before the game, and they expect a lot of student involvement. Apparently, all the fraternities are coming. It should be a great game from this, at least in the stands.
And can people donate still?
I'm sure they can. Do check out George Mason's website, gmuicehockey.com, I think. Double check it. Google's your friend. I'm sure you can still donate. I'm sure they will take it as long as they can. We're going to have bunches of events up here. We had an interview with Glory Days Grill. First intermission, we're going to talk to some of the people that this game is benefiting. It's pulling out all the stops. A great charity event.
It is a great charity event, but hopefully Virginia's goalie comes because right now it's Mason's goalie going warm-ups with them right now.
Yeah, I've never seen an opposing goalie playing warm-ups, but hey, whatever works.
So actually, when I went down to get the cup, their goalie was walking in, so might have been a little traffic. 95 was backed up today, so I never seen it. You know, with a backup.
It's a little different, yeah. Well, all right, so about the game itself, George Mason has lost 5 of their last 6.
Yes.
It's been a bit rough, but as an NCAA coach once told me, I could schedule it and make it so I win 30 games a season, but that's not going to make us play any better.
No, and they played some really tough teams. We had the game that was going to be rescheduled against Richmond the weekend before Thanksgiving because they had invited to a tournament up in...
It was out in Philadelphia.
By Philadelphia, yeah. And, Mason didn't do as well as they wanted to, but they played some really, really strong teams. And you're not going to get better unless you play tough teams. You can play these mediocre teams, easy teams, go win 10, 11-1, 11-2. Unless they're good teams, you're not doing anything for yourself.
Right, and that's how you build a program. That's how you build a rapport.
Right.
Hey, we're worth being in the rankings. We're worth picking up. You have to play these strong teams, and sometimes you're going to get your ears pinned back. But, you're going to be better off for it some way, somehow.
Right.
So, a tough road. There was a bit of some games they should have won just recently. So, with a short bench on Virginia Commonwealth, George Mason is out here with something to prove. And let's see if they can really put on a show for Children's Hospital.
And bring this lovely trophy back to George Mason University.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to wrap it up for us. We will play that interview with Glory Days Grill that we pre-recorded just before this. So stay tuned. Really great. They do a great job in sponsoring the program. We advertise them, obviously, every game we're here. So go ahead and stick around. John Baranowski here with representatives from Glory Days Grills, one of the biggest sponsors for George Mason hockey and a very important part of this program. Let me go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Jeff Newman, president.
Jim Rafferty, managing partner of the original Burke store.
Kyle Rafferty, the mascot.
Charisse Acosta, director of marketing.
All right, you guys do a lot of great work here, both with George Mason and with charity. Would you talk about that for a little?
That's been the cornerstone of what we've done ever since we started the company 18 years ago, and we got involved with George Mason hockey 4 years ago, and we love charity events like this. This is what we're all about.
Well, we just came, myself and the mascot just came from a swim meet at George Mason up there, so we went to that for a couple hours and headed down here for this today too.
You guys are really involved in George Mason athletics.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. We support all the teams, so basketball, soccer, and of course we've been with hockey, the ice hockey team, for a number of years.
I was going to say, how did this start, this partnership with Glory Days Grill and George Mason hockey specifically?
Well, it all started with Keith High. He was a regular customer. We got to meet him. He came and approached us. It was back when the hockey team was really fledgling, and we stepped in. He needed a contribution. We kept things going, and every year we've increased that contribution in our sponsorship, and this is the most significant year we've had with them, and we've expanded that now, as Teresa was mentioning, to not just the hockey, but to virtually every sport that goes on at the university now.
All right, well, so what all do you guys do with the other sports? I know we have a program with 5 goals scored for, which I want to get to that in a moment, because I think that should be spread around. What other things do you do with the university?
So most of it is actually about the We Want Wings program. So Jeff can give a great background around that, because that's probably our most exciting promotion this year. And it really goes to not just hockey and basketball.
Hospitality room that we did 2 weeks ago when Old Dominion was playing George Mason. We sponsored the hospitality room. I think we did about 300 people in about an hour and a half. And we do different things for the track team. We give out coupons, sponsorships in that way. We pick out a player of the week and so forth. And with the hockey team that we're doing this year is anytime the hockey team scores 5 or more goals, just show up at any Fanfare Eatery or Glory Days Grill, and an order of wings will be on us.
That sounds like an awesome deal. So I know I have to get there more often. I appreciate you guys coming on board and talking to us today. Any final thoughts?
No, I just think come out here, support the team. This is a great venue. It's not that far from campus. You'll have a great time, and they've got a very talented team. I think they're 10-8 right now. They're playing some top-notch teams, and this is going to be a great event today.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
John Baranowski here with Phillip Prevost for Cross Ice Feed. We've had some unexpected bandwidth issues. We are going to do as best we can to keep with it. It was fun the whole time.
And then the signal. We're recording this done, right?
Yeah.
Stepping on it, is it?
All right, John Baranowski with Phillip Prevost for Cross Ice Feed. We apologize that there's been a lot of things that have been happening here with our bandwidth. Unexpected issues, because we've never had this so far this season. We've been near perfect with it. So we do apologize. I think we missed the ceremonial face-off for the stream. We do have it recorded. It does exist. It will be on YouTube within a day or two. Please check back and see with us. Again, we apologize, but that's live television for you.
Yeah, if we need to, we'll switch. We have some backups we'll have to do during the first intermission. We can switch back and forth if we need to.
That's true, and maybe we could even try and get that clip on somehow, either post-game or second intermission.
For the interview?
No, not just the interview, the
beginning
the opening
part.
face, the ceremonial puck drop. All right, in the meantime, hopefully everything else has been all right, and knocking on wood, hopefully the rest of this game will go well.
That's not wood.
The opening face-off won by George Mason as it's pushed forward by Tarek Zagade. Into the far side corner as it goes off from Virginia Commonwealth, now to the near side. Push past their goalie, who did manage to get in there for the last minute of warm-ups. Cleared up and way out, and it's going to be chased down there by Nick Baker in his own zone. Going to be an icing call back against VCU.
They also have a backup, too, so either they came together or just someone wasn't ready.
Could be.
But it's a requirement. They have to have a backup, right? Even with a short bench, they have to have a backup goalie.
Yes, they do. I've seen teams with the North York Rangers came for a tournament, and they had maybe 5 guys on the bench. It was brutal, but they had to have a backup. Everyone was gassed with that poor backup.
I'll say they don't even have enough for.
It was a short bench. As it's cleared over to the far side and pushed up and out by Nate Baranowski, and he clears it again, and we're going to have a whistle here. I believe it's going to be another icing call.
Technically, wouldn't that be a bench? There would be no one on the bench. If there's 5 players only on the
There's
bench,
5 players,
wouldn't there be
so there was guys on the ice, and it was
Okay.
5 to 8 on the bench.
Okay.
It was not many.
So let's say, if it's only 5 players, there's 5 players on the ice, then
I've
then
never
the
seen
goalie.
anyone go skate the whole 60. That's just not done. Not anymore.
That'd be a lot of goals.
Yes, it would. As this face-off won, backhanders go back the other way now for VCU. Pushed up ice there. A quick opportunity taken away thanks to the efforts of Ryan Pejao. Still trying to catch a number of who exactly that was. They don't have sleeve numbers. That was Matt Colombo who had that breakaway opportunity as Mandeville will center it through, and he's knocked down hard by Forrest Ford back behind the play. Up through center it goes back for Bach. Bach to the far side for Pejao. He struggles with it as Colombo tries to take it away. Stepping in there will be Phil Williams. Back to Bach, who was waiting at the blue line. He pushes his way forward as other players go off for a change. It's cleared to the near side corner now for Tyler Lovejoy. He plays it up and out. Nick Baker just a bit too far for him. He'll have to chase it down deep in his own zone. Pressure on by Mike MacArthur. Baker ahead for Lovejoy. Lovejoy couldn't get a handle on it, and it's back now to the near side. Kept in by Jeff Deegan and pushed. Oh, it's back the other way now. Patrick Dillon stole it off of the pass from Egan. Goes to Vecchio, and Vecchio will send it ahead for Connor Gear. To the far side corner, Gear puts his man into the boards. That's Colin Joyce who had that one. And it's back now to the near side. Baker along that near side boards. Swinging in front. Lots of pressure on from MacArthur. really working the stick in there tight as he knocks down Baker on the way in. Cleared up and out of play off the low glass. And just a very tenacious effort there by Mike MacArthur.
Yeah, Virginia Commonwealth is coming out. They're being physical. They're taking advantage right now of beginning of the game. They got to show that they belong on that ice, even with a short bench.
So the face-off to the far side, won by VCU. They take the shot, but it's going to be whistled. False start on the offense, 5 yards, repeat, second down.
I feel like we're playing the Bruins.
But it sure looks like the Bruins, doesn't it?
And then I was sitting back and I'm like, wait a minute, is there any team in the NHL that has yellow and green? And I'm thinking like, no.
No.
That'd be good color for that future Seattle team.
Well, I mean, it's the old Minnesota North Stars, but they were green first. Green, then yellow. Dallas has dropped the gold entirely now. Long toss intercepted there by Matt Colombo. It's back in that near side corner, down behind the net. Connor Gear steps in as Shields is fighting the man. Big pile up back behind it. Looks like I-95 is back. Now as Gear is hooked up there. Still battling for it. Will finally come out for Shields. But Shields puts it right into the skates of another player, this time in the corner. They simply cannot get out of that traffic as Shields is doing a heck of a job holding that puck in. Near side, chipped ahead off of Jeff Egan. Bit too far, the Rams get it back. All the near side, Vecchio with it. Shields trying to keep it out of the zone, nothing doing. Jeff Egan will have to retrieve it. Egan, fans on the pass, will dish it off to the far side for Bach. Ahead now for Egan. He flips it over the blue line. It goes down for Danny Gassel on the far side. Going in was Will Edler. Quick shot in front. McAllister had an opportunity away from the big hit on the far side. Launched it in front again. He was trying to connect with Edler. Could not make the effort. McAllister back in there again. Wow, he is fast to get from place to place there. He is away from the play, and all of a sudden he's in the middle of it. McAllister again on that far sideboard. Surveys his option, puts it in front. It's steered aside by the goaltender. He had Connor Gear waiting behind. That goaltender is Jake Arsenault down low. As a quick shot on, second opportunity. Save made by Brian Krause. So let's take a minute and make sure we have our goaltenders. Right, Brian Krause in net for George Mason University. Krause is sitting with a 2-0-1 record right now in 3 games played. .852 save percentage, not half bad. In net is Jake Arsenault, who is 2-1-1 with a .526. So either that's somebody's stats are a bit off, or the poor guy has seen a lot of rubber. Played in front, quick shot, steered aside. Second opportunity, and it's pinned against the boards by Arsenault. Puck ended up in the back of the net, but it's whistle obviously came before that. 16-11 remains here in the first. Nothing your score. And let's see if we can remain online now that the game has actually started for this great charity event for Children's Hospital.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the goals and the goalies, and these are weight, right? Their backup, Seth Crowd, 205.
Yeah,
wow,
he's a
impressive.
bigger guy, yeah. I can't talk, but you know.
Neither can I.
For Cordova. And Tony Cordova puts it in front for Sevi. And they're going to stay across the goal line. That's your first goal of the day. Sevi Cordova managed to get it just over the goal line. He must have popped back out quick. But it's 1-0.
See, I thought that Virginia Commonwealth, their defender, got in the way of it and blocked out. What about our goalie guy over here on the camera? What did you see?
Yeah, he has a zoom. We don't. I was thinking the original shot went in, and that rebound was already...
He's saying top corner, so it was already in before that.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
That was a really late call then.
Yeah, it was.
We don't have the luxury of instant replay here, though.
Yeah, that's the white whale of broadcasting. Takes either a lot of people or a lot of equipment.
And a telestrator.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I want a telestrator.
That's been my dream since high school. Sevi Cordova with the goal. And Tony with the assist.
Number 2?
Oh, it's Tarek Zagate.
I think. I can't hear him that well.
Yeah, he's a little quiet. We'll have to let him know to turn it up on this side. As the puck round to the near side, now Virginia Commonwealth has a quick shot on net. Save made by Krause, and he'll hang on after that shot from Ryan Schaefer. But we have improved the equipment a little bit. I know it's always been a bit fuzzy and hard to tell. Hopefully at least you can read the numbers now that we've added some pieces.
Yeah, we just could get the laptop to stop it.
Well, yeah, if the laptop would cooperate. Now, that's just it. We have the technology. We can rebuild him. The question is, will it all work together?
Have the tools.
Face off one back to the near side corner. Bouncing puck off. Dan Vecchio can't hang on. It's put right in front there for Forrest Ford, but his shot intercepted. Pushed ahead for Vecchio, but Ford stopped it off there, and it's back the other way now for Phil Williams. He'll put a shot wide of the net, and it's over to the far side boards now. Chipped back to that far side point, put back in by Colin Joyce, but it's intercepted by the Patriots and cleared up and out. Patrick Dillon will pick it up in his own zone, skates over the far side. Loss of pressure on from Jeff Egan, a little bit of a slash. You get through another man, dangles in front. Ford shoots, he scores! Ford had it on the near side after Dillon went coast to coast with it. Pops in that rebound. It's 1-all.
Yeah, that was not a pretty rebound there. And Virginia Commonwealth took full advantage of that one. Little defensive breakdown there.
And that's just it. I mean, it has been. We looked at this bench and we said, "Oh, these guys don't have a chance."
Yeah, that's what
they are tenacious.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm impressed, and I think it's just maybe it's an factor. Maybe George Mason thought of that too. I will say Virginia Commonwealth has had the more energy and the fight.
Absolutely,
versus George Mason.
Every play, every time they get near the puck, they are fighting that much harder. We have George Mason in the box, Dan Gassel in the box right now. We'll see what the call was on that as soon as we get it. Cleared up and out on the. Yeah, you can't do that. On the Murphy dump there, Sevi Cordova will pick it up behind the Rams net. Rams defense trying to force it up and out, and they finally will. Comes back for Pejao. I'm sorry, no, that's Garrett Pohl who had that one. So Ford from Dillon on the Virginia Commonwealth goal. They haven't gotten back to the penalty yet, as it's carried up ice now by Schaefer, who's offsides. Hooking on the way in.
I can't tell. The crowd started cheering as soon as
I think it was a hooking call. Yep.
Hooking, yeah.
Yeah, he got the hook on with Dillon on the way in, and it led to the goal. But that's the new rule at the NCAA and ACHA level. Even if you score, you still get that penalty. You really punish the offending team. As it's cleared up and out, Brian Bach will have it in his own zone, surveys his options, sends it ahead for Lovejoy. Lovejoy trying to leave it off for Gear, miscommunication. Lovejoy will get it right back. Quick shot on net, but it's all offsides. It's all for naught. 57 seconds remain on the power play for the Virginia Commonwealth Rams.
I'm trying to look at their logo. Their logo kind of looks like a keystone a little bit. I can't tell from the top. It looks like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying, but it's really hard to tell. Maybe we'll get a close-up at some point as it comes back for Gear, trying to force his way in, but stolen away from Patrick Dillon. Dillon goes through the neutral zone over the far side now for Williams. Williams puts the shot high and wide. It swings all the way around the boards, back to the near side. No, it's a trapezoid.
It's a trapezoid with two sticks.
Yeah, the two sticks behind it makes it look more Keystone-esque.
The logo, the Reebok logo is right there between them.
Quick shot, save made by Kraus. He flashes the leather and catches that one. 29 seconds remains on the power play for the Rams. 13:09 remains here in the first. It's 1-all for the big charity event for Children's Hospital.
And right now, George Mason's getting outshot 6-3. So this Virginia team is not the team that it looked like coming on the ice.
Well, I mean, when you have a team that doesn't even have their goalie out there yet, it's easy to make some assumptions. And I've been on teams where that you make those assumptions of, well, we thought we were going to blow you out after seeing the warm-ups, and then things change. Breakout work from behind the Virginia Commonwealth net, intercepted by Jeff Egan in center red, and he sends it back. 7 seconds remains on the power play. This is back to the near side for MacArthur. MacArthur centers for Schaefer, who carries in. Takes the shot. A bad lift on that one. Might have hit a stick. It's up and out of play. But penalty expires. We have five-a-side hockey again.
Since we have a tiny break, just to point out that goal from George Mason was Sevi's 17th of the season so far. Team leading 17th. And .39 for him. So
wow,
he's up there.
Well, one more, the big 4-0 for points. That's not too bad in a season, that's for sure. Comes back to the near side for Sevi Cordova. You did say 39, right?
Yeah, because on the sheet he has 38, so that would have been his 39th point.
As Virginia Commonwealth carries up ice now with it, is Nate Baranowski. Baranowski on the outside takes the shot, steered aside by Kraus. In that far side corner, Zagate will pick it up. Cross ice feed now to the near side for Sevi Cordova. He dangles, looks back, and no one there to pick up the loose change. Oh man, what an opportunity. Now it's back the other way for Forrest Ford. Ford shot wide of the net. Back to the near side. Sevi gets it back at his own blue line, now surveys his options. Lofting the pass, trying to get it to Tony Cordova, but it comes right back. Sevi takes it, a battle of 26s as Matt Colombo got in the way. Over to the far side now for Zagate. Zagate from center red will launch it into the zone. The clearing attempt will buy them time to change lines. To the near side, carried by Patrick Dillon. He'll send it ahead. It's intercepted by a host of gold sweaters. To the near side, Mandeville will dish it off to the far side for Pejao. Ahead to Alex Mandeville. Pushed too far. It's off the blue line. Back the other way. Back and forth hockey right now as it's bouncing puck right in front, right in the slot. A chance there. Schaefer has it. Played it to the net a bit too far. Buzz Gnu had a chance at it. From the top of the slot, it's kept in there by Patrick Dillon. Played to the far side for Gnu. Gnu sends it back for Colin Joyce. Down low it goes for Ryan Schaefer in the far side corner. Bouncing puck back through for Joyce. Quick shot from the point. Save made by Kraus, and he's going to hang on to this one. 10:52 remains in the first, 1-1.
Schaefer, it must be those different red pants because he was like on every single play in that little zone of time right there. He was crashing the net. He was making the pass. He was throwing the body in there. So Mr. 19 there, he's making his presence known.
We'll have another false face-off down there. Is whistled immediately. A big thanks to the people from Glory Days Grill who came up and talked with us. We showed the interview once, but with all our connection issues, we'll make sure that it gets played again. They are one of the lead sponsors here for George Mason hockey, and indeed all George Mason athletics now. Has this intercepted by Forrest Ford. Quick shot, save made on the blocker. He serves that one up. A nice save there.
Did he talk about the special they run at Glory Days in the interview?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I couldn't remember, and that was, 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, it's... Well, after flailing frantically and, oh my God, it disconnected, no! Which is pretty much what happens off the air as the Murphy dumped up into the rafters. We'll have another stoppage. It's like fourth in a row.
I'm waiting for a puck to hit the rafters like that, and then one that's already stuck up there comes down two. So
just
two.
Multiple pucks.
Yeah. Just raining pucks.
Well, it seems to be like that with all ice hockey arenas. You know, it's just someday archaeologists will dig up this area and find just massive rubber deposits to be able to mine it out. Like, this must have been a former ice rink. Back round to the near side it goes for Nick Baker. Baker pushes it ahead, trying to find Egan a bit too far. It's going to be off for Patrick Dillon, but Egan steals it right back and takes a real slash. Oh, and we're going to have a quick shot. That was the quickest face wash I've ever seen. It looked a little bit like a punch, but it was open-handed.
What did they call him on? I missed it. He got something. Was it a hook or a slash?
Egan got called?
Yeah. No, they gave him a hook. What? They gave Egan a hook. I don't see anyone for Virginia going in.
Yeah, I thought that for sure there'd be a slash for Virginia Commonwealth, but Jeff Egan is in the box. Cameraman says it was for the shot after the whistle. Phil says that it was a hooking call. Well, we'll find out.
He did the thing for a hook.
Put your wagers where they are.
I'll bet you dinner. You can cook it.
It was hooking.
I'm right.
So, it's back over to the far side now. Picked up by Kerry Williams. He'll push it over the blue line. It's round behind the net now. To the near side corner. Up top for Forrest Ford, near point. Puts it back down into that corner. Dillon turns around, takes the shot, decides against it. Back in that near corner. Up now to Ford at the near point. Far point. To the near point for Ford. Back over to that far side. To Ford on the near side. He swings down low. Puts it back up top for Dillon. He takes the slapper, but the stick caught up in front. Bouncing puck in the slot. Quick shot. Save made. Covered up by Kraus. And we'll have some pushing and shoving between Tony Cordova and a Ram player.
Cordova's
1:11 remains.
That's Sevi in there getting in his face. You know how I said about he was leading in points? He's also leading in penalty minutes right now, too, with 28.
It is not easy to lead in both PIMS and in points. That's a rare
PT
feat.
and PIMS.
It's a rare feat.
And that was a wind-up. What player was that? His wind-up to try to shoot that buck all day.
Dillon. It was Patrick Dillon, and he just took too long. Nice little wrister might have got the job done.
And he didn't even get it all on it either.
Nope. Back over the far side. Pejao will stop it at center end. Less than a minute remains on that power play for the Rams. Their second of the afternoon. Clear it up and out. Pejao will get it again. Clears it again from center end. This time it'll go off the goalie, Jake Arsenault. Breakout work from behind the net. Center swing will go to the far side. Now pushed ahead, trying to find Colombo, but it's intercepted by Tarek Zagate. Zagate got a 2-on-1 with McAllister. Swings around one man, dangles, second angle, Scott. He scores! Oh my goodness, what a beautiful goal! As Zagate reached left, he reached right, and he just slapped it in a nice shuffleboard pass. He could have been curling out there. It was that beautiful. He had all day.
Seriously, I think I've seen Sales so fast when that puck that was going behind them, the goalie there. But got the goalie out of position. That was perfectly played. Dip, dangle.
Whew, it was a beaut. Goalie dangled out of his skates. A short-handed goal. 28 seconds remains on that power play for Virginia Commonwealth. 8:46 remains here in the first. It's 2-1. George Mason. As it played over the far side, Zagate, I'm sure going to get it unassisted. Yep. Quick shot, sails well wide of the net. It's back down to the near side boards. Played down low from Mike MacArthur. Trying to get it in front. Now it's up to the top of the slot. Penalty expires. Another shot sails wide. Bouncing puck now to the near side boards. Lots of stick work going. I just saw Baker reach back and slap a guy with a stick, but I didn't see what initiated that. As Baker tries to put it down low for Dan Gassel. Quick play front. Bouncing puck. It scores! Right in front was Dylan Talbot. He took a nice, easy shot from point-blank range. It bounced way up. It came way down off the goalie's back into the back of the net. 3-1.
And that's a I can't talk today. Backbreaker goal right there. You know, just you can't do anything to stop it. Like you're just helpless. It just goes right over the shoulder. And what is that? 6-hole?
That's a Shep question.
Shep, which one is that considered? Bad? Okay.
It's considered the bad.
Considered bad.
I want to say that's 7-hole. No, hold
7
on.
goes under the arms.
No, yeah.
6 and 7.
1, 2,
maybe 3?
4-hole.
4-hole?
4-hole, yeah. I had
5 is between the pads.
No one's used that chart since the 60s. You'd think I'd know that. 5 holes are really the only one that really matters anymore. You'll get that 7 and 8 hole sometimes, but rare. Those are under the arms. Baker will get the assist on Talbot's goal. Over the far side now, Zagate. I'm sorry, that's Pejao trying to keep it in. But it's back the other way for Phil Williams, 1-on-1 with Brian Bach. He takes the shot. It's off the glove and wide of the net. Shot was too high anyways. Errant pass from Talbot, bit too far for Lovejoy, but it comes back now to Talbot. He can't get much on it. It's taken back the other way for Phil Williams. Mandeville trying to battle him off. That's just it. When the Rams get in for battles, they tend to win. They are tenacious, but it's getting in those moments where they can actually battle for the puck. As Mandeville dangles around one man to the crowd's delight, gets around a second. Oh, and he couldn't finish it off. He had the whole puck off the skate to the stick, and he just couldn't finish on the last shot. Back the other way now. On the far side it goes. Forrest Ford with it. He gets knocked off the biscuit, and it's going to be taken away there by Nick Baker. Baker head to Bach, lost the puck, and it's through the neutral zone. Dan Vecchio trying to steal it away, but it's finally slapped in as Baker gets back to it. Forrest Ford will stop it in front of the net, played over to the far side boards, up and out. Chasing it down will be Vecchio.
That's ahead of men.
And they're going to have, I think that's exactly what the call is going to be. Yep, too many men on the ice, as just too many guys jumping on the change, not going well.
It was slow. Like the player took forever to get off.
Puck came into that area, touched the wrong player before the other guy got it to the bench, and that's it.
So is it the player that comes on the ice to go in the box, or the player that went off?
That I have no
or
idea.
Is it a bench choice?
Any player?
Okay.
I forget you're a ref now. Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah, where's your book? I might actually read for once.
What?
I'm almost done with the book, actually. I had that one I've been starting since April. I'm slowly reading it right now. My goal is to finish it by Friday. I read the one series in like a month?
I read all of Animal Farm yesterday in an hour for fun.
Yeah, because you had nothing else to do.
Face-off one back to the near side. Has in the box will be Forrest Ford on the bench minor for too many men on the ice. As Sevi Cordova will play it down low for Tony. Put it in front for Mandeville, but a bouncing puck knocked away by Ryan Schaefer. And now it's going to be carried out by Kerry Williams. Williams will get it up and away from the zone. Baker will have to pick it up deep in his own territory. He slowly carries it ahead. Lots of pressure on from Nate Baranowski. Again, winning the battle. Gets back in, backhand effort. Save made there by Kraus. To the near side corner. Another big battle.
Yep, penalty coming up.
As Tony Cordova
Boarding.
destroyed Nate Baranowski.
Boarding.
It's going to be a boarding call.
I'm seeing these today.
I'm glad you are, because I'm not. 124 remained on the power play. Now that'll be 124 of 4-on-4 hockey. Here with 5:44 remaining in the first, it's 3-1 in favor of George Mason.
Let's take a second here to hear from one of our sponsors. George Mason University Hockey is sponsored by Geico of Northern Virginia. Geico, where a 15-minute phone call can save you 15%. Call agent David Stinson, Sr. for a quote at 703-754-3555. I'm catching the calls, can't talk.
Let's get that phone number one more time since we have time. Just to make
703-754-3555. There's a lot of 3s and 5s and 7s. It's just...
You only have 7 other options. What do you want? As it's played ahead, up and out of the zone, a bouncing puck. Now picked up by Tarek Zagate. He's got Sevi Cordova. He goes to him. The angle shot. Oh, he just got the angle just a bit wrong. Far side now. Phil Williams driving up the ice. Beside him is Baranowski. Quick shot taken by Williams. Save made by Kraus. It's back to the near side boards. Back behind the net. Brian Pejao will try and slow things down. Not much. Like it's ahead for Brian Bach. Bach and Zagate, and now Cordova joining in. Over to Zagate, couldn't complete on the pass. To the near side now, Sevi Cordova with Zagate. Ins for Cordova. Dangles, shot, save made on the pad by Arsenault. Sevi with it on the far side, still hands it off to Brian Bach. Bach in front for Sevi, quick shot, he scores! Sevi Cordova, with all the time in the world, launches it top shelf, his 40th point of the season.
If our statistics are correct.
If our statistics are correct.
And goal number 2 of the day for him as well.
With 4:49 remaining here in the first and 29 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey left, it's 4-1, George Mason.
Sevi was on a mission. He was not going to be denied on that shift.
He was hungry. He wanted it.
Hungry like a wolf.
You could Duran that, yeah?
Okay, Duran.
Yeah. No, not one. It's Duran or you can't have 3. It's always in even amounts. They're like oxygen molecules. They come at 2 at a time.
Let's not get into the science right now. I've just been relearning all that.
Sevi Cordova with the goal as they feed in front, and Lovejoy couldn't connect on it.
Bach.
Oh, Bach got the assist on Cordova's goal. Back to the near side it goes. Quick shot from a bad angle. Blocker save made off the Patrick Dillon shot. Ahead it goes over the far side. Ooh! Dylan Talbot gets wrecked at center. Hops right back up. Oh man, well, he's like a weeble wobble. That hit came from Forrest Ford. You're shocked that there's not a call.
How's that not a charge? He came right out of the box and he was determined to hit the player. The guy wasn't even near the puck.
And he had it up high. I'm surprised there wasn't something on that. Quick shot, save made by Kraus down in his own end.
That was a nasty hit. That was a retaliation.
I mean, Dylan Talbot just center ice, and I mean, the hit up high, he went down. But like I said, like a Weeble wobble, he bounced right back up, which is good because you never want to see a guy injured. That's for sure.
No, because this could get ugly fast if he was injured.
Yeah, you don't. Retaliation, an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind, you know. Played up and out of the zone. Background behind now. Cleared over to the far side boards. It's going to be picked up there by Kerry Williams. Over on that far side it goes. Egan can't connect on it. Too far now. Shields trying to get through. And over now, Egan's still battling for that puck, as is Connor Gear. And Shields will be the one who picks up the loose biscuit down in that far side corner. Near side it goes. Bach will carry. No, Hill's going to pass it up ice for Jeff Egan. Egan splits the defense. And behind shot. The poke check effort works. The puck up and out of play here with 3:16 remaining in the first. 4-1, George Mason.
At the last break there, Gear came up to some of the Virginia Commonwealth guys to the line, was saying a couple words. I wonder what he was saying.
I'm sure nothing we could air.
Probably not. We had to keep this a G-rated.
At least PG.
Yeah, PG. Yeah, there's some violence. I guess it's a physical sport. Gotta say PG.
Maybe the Y7 marker. We'll go TV ratings.
Too spooky for kids under 7.
Well, yeah, that's just it. You want to make sure you have some parental guidance. That's just back down low. A diving effort there to take it into the corner from Daniel Gassel. Now to the near side. Carried up for Kerry Williams. Long toss over the far side. You need parental guidance just to explain most of our references. They're a bit dated. Far side it goes. Played up by Aaron Shields, but he couldn't get it out. Quick play in front. Oh, and a big effort. Patrick Dillon had the puck stolen away by Brian Bach. Far side it goes. Take out by Mike Morris. Morris hits the big hit on the far side, but he kept on going as it's back down behind. Shields, lots of pressure on from Nate Baranowski. He'll hand it off from Morris. Now to Edler on the near side. Edler pushed it ahead into the zone. 2:25 remains here in the first. Puck put back behind the net, and the pace slows just a tad as it's over on the far side. Finally carried up and out by Ryan Schaefer. Schaefer gets past Edler, and we have a 2-on-1 back the other way. Quick shot, save made. The puck bounced right in front of Krause, and the defense came up big to slap it to the corner. Zagade will pick up the loose change in the far side. Ahead now, Gassel in behind. And a big effort to get in behind, and we are going to have a penalty call. I dare say maybe a penalty shot as the puck bounced on that far side corner.
Nope, they're going to call a trip.
I guess they're going to say he didn't have a full stride. The Virginia Commonwealth player got close enough to take him down. They're just going to call the 2-minute penalty.
I don't know. You saw from a distance what he was going to do. You know he's diving for it. That's the only option he had left.
In the box is Nate Baranowski. Yes, we have the Glory Days Grill crew coming through. Gopher de Glory, the mascot. We knew we'd have. We interviewed him. So it really is a great event. And it's back to the near side for Baker. Baker, cross ice, quick shot from Zagade. It's intercepted by the defense in front. Cleared up, and no, it's kept in. Mandeville with it right in the slot. Puck bounced off a stick, trying to find on the near side for Sevi Cordova. Can't seem to connect.
Williams got hurt on that too. He blocked that shot. He winced in a little bit.
So it was going to be a tripping call. Minute 20 remains here in the first period as it's cleared up and out. Krause will stop it off beside him and play it now to the near side boards for Sevi Cordova. Sevi drives into the zone along the near side, dangles once, looks, takes the loft effort. I think he was waiting for Tony to step in there and knock it down. Probably would have been a high stick anyways. Up top for Zagade. Now to the near side for Baker. Baker, all the time in the world, takes the shot, a low ball. Mandeville with a rebound, and getting back to it was Arsenault. 50 seconds remains in the period. The rest of it will be on the power play, a goal notwithstanding. In front it goes, back now for Patrick Dillon, and forced up and out. Over to the far side it goes for Krause. Round behind the net now. Bouncing puck picked up there by Baker, and Mandeville trying to get through it as well. Now Baker will get it right back. Baker dangling his way through. He's got Sevi and Tony Cordova beside him. Back now over to Tony, and it's just a bit too far. Bouncing puck 20 seconds remains here in the first period. Back now for Mandeville at center ice. One last rush before the period expires. Mandeville, methodically, he's got 10 seconds. Back trying to find Sevi Cordova. They'll go back to the far point. Quick shot from Lovejoy. Steered aside on the pad. 4 seconds remain. Baker tries to loft to the net. Cordova, and that's not going to be enough time left. We'll have 11 seconds going into the second period, but we'll end this one with a 4-1 score. I'm John Baranowski. He's Phillip Prevost. We've got a lot of stuff going on here in the first intermission, so do stay tuned. I'm Baranowski here with some of the people that this game is all about. So go ahead and I'll have you guys introduce yourselves. That way I can't mess it up.
There you go. Hi, my name's Rob Honey, and this is my son Kyle. Kyle was diagnosed with leukemia back in October of 2010. We started a foundation actually to help support Children's National at that time, and we run baseball tournaments and some other sporting events to help do that, and have been very fortunate to raise $1.2 million over the last 4 years. But we're very excited to be here and watch some Mason hockey, and I want to have these other guys introduce themselves real quick, starting with Kyle.
My name is Kyle Honey.
Brent.
My name is Adam Jefferson. My name is Luke Shields.
All right, so this is Kyle and his two little buddies, and again, we're very excited to be here today.
Well, it's great to have you guys here. So how does starting a foundation like this and getting all the way to this program, how did this whole event come together? I know you guys have been very involved.
Yeah, it's Children's asked us to be a part of this. Their Be Brave and Shave initiative, and I'm not quite sure how it started between Children's and Mason, but we're excited to be a part of anything. Anytime athletes, I think, can give back to the community and young adults helping kids it's truly amazing.
And so you've obviously been through a lot. Tell us what it means to get out there and do the ceremonial face-off. Tell us, what were you thinking out there?
I was sort of nervous, but also excited. It was really cool to be out there.
I bet. I've never done that, so it's something cool to do. All right. Well, any last thoughts you want to pass on before we go ahead and let you guys get back to watching this game?
Just a big thank you to George Mason and the hockey team. It's truly amazing for them to be able to go out and do this and help kids like Kyle. So we thank you.
And thank you to everybody who has donated, who has come, and who is watching online. Again, some of the people who this is all about, real people, and yeah, it's great to have you guys here. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you for coming on, boys. Sports fans, John Baranowski here with Phillip Prevost for the second period of play. George Mason up 4-1 over Virginia Commonwealth University here for the Commonwealth Cup. Face-off one back by the Rams. It's back to the near side now as Aaron Shields will steal it away. Played over the far side and pushed up and out by Baker. Ahead for Tony Cordova. Power play expires, already taken care of. This is back around behind the net now to the near side boards. Shields will pick it up. Puts it down low for Tony Cordova. Right in front, trying to find Zagate. Good shot from point blank range. Far side it goes, cleared up and finally out. Pushed ahead there by Nate Ardanowski. Bouncing puck still at the blue line. It's taken back thanks to Sevi Cordova. Back to the near side. Long toss pushed ahead. Forced ahead Phil Williams trying to get to it, but Aaron Shields will get there first. He plays for the near side corner. Nate Ardanowski will steal it away. Cleared up and ahead. And back down to that far side it goes for Kerry Williams, who'll push it on net. Quick shot. That one came from Nate Ardanowski, who swept in to pick up that rebound. Tony Cordova will take it now from his own zone. Through center. Surveys his options, drop it off for Vecchio. He can't connect. But Vecchio will knock it down off the clearing effort and make it easier for Brian Bach to pick up at his own blue line. Near side for Tony Cordova. Back through for Bach. Bouncing puck, quick shot, he scores! He popped that one, blocker side high. Right into the back of the net. A great goal there. It's 5-1. That gives us our Glory
I
Days
just
grill
say,
deal.
I want to go to Glory Days. But tomorrow now? Tomorrow?
Yes. I think if you have to show up with a ticket stub or a GMU ID, and you get your free order of wings.
Well, we need an ID or something.
Yeah, we need a ticket stub. We don't exactly pay to get in here.
Can we just show them a video of us calling the games?
This is us. We're here. We're important. Then they'll laugh at us, and we'll pay for wings.
I want wings.
Back now the near side. They're good wings. Back through for Lovejoy. Quick shot. Save made on the glove. Tony Cordova will get the assist. So, Bach from Tony Cordova. This played through center, intercepted by the Rams. Now to the near side. Pushed ahead by Patrick Dillon, but it's taken away there by Alex Mandeville. Mandeville will get to center red and clear. Then sent round the horn over the far side now for Jack Hussar. Schaefer will take it. Sends it ahead now for Buzz Gnu. Played back in. It's Buzz Gnu. It's just a great name. Back behind now. Brian Bach with it. Can't hang on. It's back down the near side for Lovejoy, but Gnu will step in there. Bach will take it. Far side bouncing. Puck gets up and over the stick and up and out of the zone. This will go the length of the ice on that errant pass. Jeff Egan will chase it down in enemy territory. Takes the shot. Save made on the pad. It's back into that corner. Egan again. Trying to play around for Gassel, who finally realizes that puck was right next to him. Back behind the net, it's still with Jeff Egan. Who is that? That is Connor Gear, who played it down to Egan on the near side. Up now, top for Baker. Puck deflected in front off of Dan Gassel, and it's over on the far side. Garrett Pohl stepping in. Round behind, too far for Gassel's stick. Now the near side it goes for Baker. Back through it goes. Gassel will play it back into that corner. Over to the far side it goes. Garrett Pohl will step up. Centers for Gear. Trying to bounce it straight to the net. Nothing doing. It comes back to that near side corner. To Egan behind. Round to the near side it goes for Baker. Baker dangles his way down behind the net. Trying to avoid the pressure. Lots of pressure on. Finally coming out with it will be Virginia Commonwealth. They carry up ice 2-on-2. Pushed ahead there for Ryan Schaefer. Passing just a bit too far from the effort from Matt Colombo. Colombo back with it again. It's played in front. And George Mason will loft it up and out. Stopped in center red by Kerry Williams. He'll clear it right back in. Return to sender. George Mason works the breakout from behind their own net. 16 minutes left to play here in the second. It's 5-1 in favor of the Patriots. Ahead for Sevi Cordova. He takes the slapper. Save made off the blocker. To the far side it goes. Kept in by Shields. VCU will take it right back despite the pressure from Sevi Cordova. Cleared down low. Kraus will play it up and out. Actually hit a Commonwealth player on that way through. Back through it goes Brian Bach. We'll send it the other way for Tony Cordova now. Oh, a big hit. Came high again. Tony lost his stick. It went flying. And he wants to go after the man now. And Sevi getting in the way. The play continues. It was played away by Kraus. And we have a pileup as the linesman getting between Sevi Cordova and that Commonwealth player. The brothers stepping up.
Yeah, Sevi was not having that. He hit it. You don't hit my brother and get away with it like that.
Yeah, no. The player who hit him is Kerry Williams. He finally turned enough for me to catch a number. Sevi's going to the box. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 2-10.
I wouldn't be surprised either. But you know what? I mean, you have to support. You support your teammate, and it just happens to be his brother this time
his twin brother, yeah.
Yeah, like you don't put up with that. And he was egging on the crowd. You know, I think he did something he wanted to. He maybe got under Sevi's skin.
Perhaps.
Because sometimes the best way to get under someone's skin, your best players in your team, your skin, is to get them rattled. And if you can do that, then you're gonna.
Are you saying this is the Spider-Man villain approach? If you can't hit Peter Parker, you hit Peter Parker's friends and family. I think that's what just happened here.
Take Aunt May,
I think Tony Cordova is the Aunt May in this situation. It's a fun event, isn't this? It's a great event for Children's Hospital, keeping it light. I mean, I'm having fun. This
We
is
might
fun.
have someone going to the hospital after this game if it keeps up with his
Well,
physicality.
let's hope not.
Let's hope not.
They're just going to give him a 2 for unsportsmanlike. So I'm really surprised it's not a 2 and 10. Tell him to cool his skates. Patrick Dillon will have it in the neutral zone. He sends it over the far side now. Centering pass for Ryan Schaefer a bit too far. Dillon will get back to it and play it ahead for Buzz Gnu. Gnu will center it through for Schaefer. Can't connect. Stepping up is Dillon, but getting in the way is Alex Mandeville. We have 1:30 remaining on that power play for the Rams. Over on that far side, cleared back in, but is stopped by Shields and sent the length of the ice. Of course, there's no icing. It's on the penalty kill. Back on that near side corner, Mandeville knocked off the biscuit. Mike MacArthur will have it played over the far side. Box stepping in. He will take it away from Dillon, though Dillon's still battling down low in the corner. Dillon will get back to it again. They win battle, so it goes down for Schaefer. Mandeville getting tied up. Oh, a big slash coming there on Lovejoy. Lovejoy will take it the length of the ice. Now dangles once, takes the backhand effort. Just a bit off. Back to that near side. Carried up ice by VCU. Ahead for Schaefer. Pejao will pick his pocket. We have 40 seconds remaining of power play for the Rams.
We must have slasher fans here.
Back for Vecchio. Quick play in front for Lovejoy. Shot. Save made, the rebound in front. They're just waiting on the doorstep. Finally taken away. Oh, what an opportunity. Shorthanded again. Garrett Pohl will take it from center red. Play to the far side. Breaks to the blue line. Takes the shot. It's going to be covered up by Arsenault. 16 seconds remains on power play.
I forgot there was something else to say there, but then
Well, after that
puck, everything just,
it evaporated.
it just evaporates.
13:37 remains here in the second. 5-1 is your score in favor of George Mason for this great charity event that benefits Children's Hospital and the Be Brave and Shave campaign, which I'm sure they did some in the first intermission.
They're going to do him a second, I believe.
Okay. Crowd gets into it and play a shot from Forrest Ford. Save made by Krause. Will hang on.
They stopped.
Well, it's got to stop at some point. It was a good, clean finish.
They did it all in sync, too. I'm impressed.
That's
Usually you have
the
some
trick.
stragglers, here and there.
Well, let's go. Don't want to be that guy.
The guy that randomly claps and no one else claps. No, it's not the right time.
That was me. That's why I went to announcing. Back now it goes for Garrett Pohl. Can't get it up and out of the zone. Ahead for Gassel. Then Egan who tries to play it back to Gassel. Forrest Ford gets in the way. Connor Gear going to step in there in the far side corner. Up but not out. Kept in by Pejao. He takes the slapper. It's too high. Back to the near side. Pohl takes the shot. About to play in front. Back in effort by Egan. Hit went off of Dan Gassel. Back round behind that, over that far side boards now. Gear stepping in. Pressured hard by Forrest Ford, who kicks at the puck. Held up very, very well and not going to get the call.
That was a good hold.
Yeah, back on the other side it goes. Matt Colombo with Garrett Pohl. Pohl will win that foot race and take it out of the near side. We do have five-a-side hockey once more. As it's back through, Egan stepping in. No, Morris will play it right in. He tried to play it in front. He got knocked right back to him. Trying to find Gasso in front. Egan will pick up the loose change. Fires it wide. Far side, Shields trying to get to it. Goaltender, you might be able to see through the boards, is doing windmills and stretching. I think we might have a change at the 10-minute mark. The back through it goes for Baker. He clears it in, round behind the net. Arsenault will stop it off for the defense. Over the far side, quick shot, save made. Rebound comes back loose. That's Will Edler. As diving for it is Arsenault. Can't get back to it. Cleared up and out.
Let's say if there would be
11:52, we got an icing call.
If there would be a goaltending change, I would say that Virginia Commonwealth, which should be getting their backup maybe warmed up. He's got lucky in the last 5-6 minutes here. 2-3 pucks that could have easily been buried, and he's floundering like a fish.
Well, yeah, but the puck luck has been with him recently, and you can't argue with that.
The net is off its borings.
Ah. Well, you can't have
net's
that.
Off.
Face-off won by VCU. Played up but not out. McAllister will step in there. Over the far side now for Morris. Bouncing puck off the high glass. McAllister steps in again. Gets dangled past. Back now through. Shields over the far side. McAllister gets right back to it. Avoids the hit. Ooh! Heads over to the far side. VCU is headhunting right now.
Exactly.
Over the far side now. The Rams carry. Quick shot. Save. Made in the glove. That shot came from Corey Williams, the man who took the big hit on Dylan Talbot in the first period.
They're getting away with a little bit of charging. A couple charges here now that,
Well, I mean, VCU
very
has definitely
sneaky.
been coming out and they're winning battles. Whenever they meet up with players, they put on that little bit of more fight, and they seem to win the battles one-on-one. And they do. They take shots when they get their chances, and I don't mean on net.
They can't keep it up, though. With how short their bench is, they're going to tire themselves out.
Right. As the icy call waved off, and Sevi Cordova waved past everybody. He centers it through, but it's intercepted by a host of black sweaters. Back through it goes, pushed ahead for Schaefer. Schaefer lost the biscuit in the slot, but he tried to get back to it. Never did get that shot. Bach digging for it, as is Pei Zhao. Quick shot on the wraparound effort from Patrick Dillon. Right in front, wraparound effort there, trying to go from Schaefer. Can't seem to get it. It's back to the near side corner of the Patriot zone. 5-1 your scores. We have a real battle going on halfway through this second period. Pei Zhao puts the man in the boards, digging for that puck still. Will finally come loose, and Pei Zhao with it. He swings around to cause some space there. Back through it goes for Tony Cordova. Tony carrying all the near side. Waits, puts it in front. No shot coming. Too many defenders right there in the slot. Back the other way it goes. Poke check effort by Kraus keeps it away from the net. Back to that near side. Pushed ahead for Zagate. Zagate dangles one way, looks right back at. Oh, he tried to fake it in front. Quick shot by Sevi Cordova. Will put it in the back of the net. Zagate tried to dangle it back to him, and it didn't work out, but hey, there's Sevi Cordova for point 41.
And we got a goaltender change, but it's for Mason. Mason's changing their goalies.
So halfway through this game, we'll change out Brian Kraus in favor of Nick Whalen. Whalen's stats on the season. He is 4-2-0 with a 7.98 goals against average. 3.17 GAA, not too shabby. As he got to stretch a bit over on the side, he knew it was going in. Obviously, this is a pre-planned event. So that's the hat trick for Sevi Cordova. Quick play in front for Vecchio, trying to kick it back to his stick. Nothing doing. Zagate with the assist. And Brian Bach will get the second assist. Quick shot from in front. Round behind that, put in front again. Vecchio had that chance to Mandeville. Nothing doing. Far side it goes for Mandeville. Right in front, nothing. Not able to connect on that one. It's back to the near side. Baker can't hang on, so it's too far ahead. Matt Colombo with it. Colombo back through on the far side. Quick shot. Oh, it rings post, and the rebound was there, but it's taken away by the defense. Not a good way to bring in Nick Whalen.
And that was the inside the post, too. He was lucky.
Yeah. 9 minutes remain here in the second. It's 6-1 Patriots. Back through it goes Vecchio, trying to put the shot on. Can't seem to get through. Mandeville turns and can't take the shot either. Shields steps up on the far side. Back to Mandeville. Mandeville with the quick hit from behind. No call. 2-on-1 the other way. Baker in between. Driving back is Shields as Colombo had a chance and it's slapped away from him by Dan Vecchio. Back on the near side it goes. Vecchio battling against Kerry Williams. He'll send it wide of the net and over to the far side where it's going to be taken by Ryan Schaefer. Schaefer will have it taken away from him by Nick Baker. And again, these Patriots stepping up and winning some battles, but the poke check ever will take it away from Baker, and Baker not pleased. Kerry Williams, number 15, seems to be in the middle of a lot of these issues as we have the one-on-one effort there. That's a quick play in front. Will has a chance. Shot, save made, bouncing puck in front, and somehow it's kept away from the net. Oh my goodness gracious. We're going to have it washed out. I think the net off its moorings. Oh, I need a moment to process that. So driving to the net was Patrick Dillon. And one-on-one, Whalen steps up looking for the poke check, misses the poke check, catches Dylan on the pad.
You get a little piece of it. You got a tiny piece of it.
Just a tiny piece of it.
He got more of the other player than the puck.
Dylan flops over the pad. Whalen has his stick way out, still manages to get to the puck, so he sweeps it away. And then players jumping in front of the net trying to take that puck. And somehow it's kept out.
It hit a post too, I think.
Back the other way it goes. A real wraparound effort covered up by Arsenault. 7:46 remains here in the second. It's 6-1. Thanks to Nick Whalen's unusual efforts and some great stepping up by the defense.
All right, so just take a second for George Mason University Hockey, sponsored by the Spine and Joint Institute. Located in Fairfax, Virginia, they focus on family wellness, sports medicine, and your chiropractic needs. Call to book your appointment at 703-994-4874. Visit online at sjinstitute.com for more details.
As the faceoff won by Virginia Commonwealth, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our listeners, Tim in Minnesota. Thanks for tuning in here on Cross Ice Feed. Hey, if someone comes here and says, hey, you want to do a shout out? If I got time, I'll do it. I'm all for it. Thanks for watching, Tim. Back over the far side, Garrett Pohl will play it ahead for Morris. Morris dangles his way past. Oh, he caught an edge. Opportunity goes by the wayside. I think there might have been a trip there based on the fan response.
Might have been.
Might have been. Well, I thought he just caught an edge. I guess I missed it. Play it back in front, up top for Will Edler. Edler tries to take the shot from the top of the slot. Trying to put it back now for Forrest Ford, but no, it's taken away by Pejao. They did mention that so far they have raised $14,370, and that's great. That is really great for a fantastic cause. I know it's not quite their goal, but hey, that's nothing to sneeze at. I'm impressed. I've been parts of fundraisers like this who don't get anywhere close to that. And it's not over yet. So it's over on the far side, played up and out. Back through it goes for Baker. Baker dangles his way at center. Well, the stick work has been on display. VCU putting the stick into the body. George Mason working that stick on the puck. There's been dangles all over. Round behind the net, played off there by Nate Baranowski. Down to the near side. Puck bouncing right in front. Up, but not out. Kept in. Shields will send it wide. Now the near side, Baker pinches in. Down low it goes for Buzzganu. Top for Baker to Zagate. Through Sevi Cordova trying to get through. No, Nick Baker will be unable to keep it in as well. It's pushed ahead there as Shields steps up and fans on the clearing attempt, but the second effort will push to the near side. Zagate stepping up. Back through for Baker. Cleared down to the far side boards. Picked up by Colin Joyce. Joyce unable to get it out of the zone thanks to Shields. Stepping back up will be Ryan Schaefer. Zagate. Round to the near side for Tony Cordova. Chip shot in front for Sevi. Sevi waits, looks, takes the shot, is off the glove, and sky high. That one went up and over the netting.
I thought it stuck. I was waiting for it not to come back down. They're announcing the winners right now.
I mean, they have had a lot of great memorabilia and stuff to silent auction and raffle.
Do we have a list? Did we get that list?
Yeah, we have a list here somewhere. Nope.
No. That was
I'll
the
let you work on that.
$10 gift certificate to Glory Day Grills. Yeah, I have it here.
As it's back over the far side, we'll take one of these opportunities to stoppages to go over some of this. As Brian Bach will play it on the far side for Alex Mandeville. Vecchio will step up as a stick goes flying. Back up top it goes for Bach. From the top of the slot, the shot blocked. Pejao diving back to try and get back into the zone. Carried up ice now for Schaefer. Schaefer battling. Gets it into the zone out of the near side. Brian Bach with it. 4:50 remains here in the second. It's 6-1 George Mason as the player slides after losing an edge into the net. Knocks the net off, and Whalen there to cover up.
That's not on here. I mean, the first one says third period. We got a Nicholas Backstrom authentic jersey signed that they're raffling off. We have a Washington Redskin receiver Jordan Reed, and a ball cap signed by the Ravens defensive tackle Brandon Williams. Sorry, unfortunately, I wouldn't be raffling for the Ravens thing. Sorry.
Well, that's just you.
That's just me. We have an Ovechkin
basketball
stick.
signed, an Ovechkin jersey.
Oh, signed by Ovechkin, and team signed hockey stick.
Yeah, there is a lot of really great prizes. I mean, they have put together an impressive showing for this charity event. So, plenty. Alex Ovechkin game used stick. Wow. So, my hat's off to Coach Hajek. He has done an amazing job putting this together. Really, great cause, great event, and I'm so glad to be a part. Put back through. Dan Gassel unable to hang on to it. A quick shot goes for Phil Williams. Over the far side, pushed ahead, quick shot save made by Whalen on the pad. To the near side it goes for Buzz Ganu. Down low, put it ahead for Dylan.
I think of kazoo when you say that. Like
That's what it's the great kazoo. That's what it is. Back now to Egan. Egan dangles, looks, shot, and scores! Jeff Egan dangled his way in, pops it 5-hole. What a beaut! The fans love it. 7-1 your score.
If we hit 10, is there a glory days like 10 goal, like 2-day thing?
Well, I mean, the owner's here. That's the time to bench that.
And I'm still not. They're keeping him in net. I am surprised at this. I mean, maybe give another guy a chance. And it sounds like we had speakers blown.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about VCU's program to say, do they?
I think the speakers just blew out on this side. It's not on this side. It's only on that side.
As long as it's not our fault.
We come back, what, January for the Patriots?
Yeah, I think so.
Potomac
Patriot. Yeah, I got to specify. It's over the far side. Brian Bach off the face-off win. We'll take it. Back to the near side for Shields.
Stearns, it's all you. We didn't do it.
So, Egan unassisted. Play right in front. Quick shot. Save made by Whalen. Has Dylan had it on the turnover right in front. 3:44 remains here in the second. It's 7-1 George Mason. I'm John Baranowski. With me is Phillip Prevost here on Cross Ice Feed. I understand one of the prizes is to announce with us for the January 31st. Yeah. Oh, there you actually
There's a list.
Get guest Cross Ice webcast analysis for Mason's home game against Radford on January 30th. There's the real prize. You can have your Ovechkin sticks. Here's where the prize is.
30-minute introductory flight lessons.
That's really cool. I
wouldn't trust myself flying. Nor you.
I don't know. It could be fun. Zagata has a chance in front. Shot up and over the net. As it's back over on that far side, carried up ice for Ryan Schaefer. Schaefer along the outside, trying to avoid Bach. Gets around once. Second opportunity, quick shot. Oh, and it's caught up in the skate of Aaron Shields. He stepped up big there because Whalen was beat. Back the other way for Zagate. For Sevi Cordova. Bouncing puck, can't get it over the diving Arsenault. Back to Zagate, can't backhand it through. Tony Cordova steps in now. He swings around the outside, slowing it down. Shields tries to one-time it, couldn't get it off the heel of the stick. Back through it goes for Matt Colombo. Colombo has his pocket picked by Bach. 2:44 remains here in the second. 7-1 Patriots. As Cordova will put it towards the net. Gets bounced off a stick and back the other way now. Long toss to the far side for Colombo. Colombo looks for the shot. Save made. He gets his own rebound. Another save made. Here's the third rebound. Quick shot. Another save. This time off the chicken wing of the elbow. Far side. Buzz Ganu stepping in. Puts it around behind the net. Mike MacArthur will try and take it away from there, but Shields will steal it from him. Up for Ganu. Down low for Phil Williams. The Shields driving in there as well. Tony Cordova will take it away and play it up and out, but it's stopped off by Ganu at center red. Sevi Cordova will steal the pass, but it's taken right back the other way by Baranowski. Just under 2 minutes remain here as we'll have an offsides call as Phil Williams, a little overzealous, waiting at the blue line, drives right back in the zone.
I'm looking over the prizes again, and someone talked about there's a Washington Capitals Troy Bauer, Jason Chimera,
Yeah.
and Marcus Johansson signed puck package, and that's baseball signed by Ian Desmond and Orioles bat signed by Matt Whiter. I don't follow baseball that much, so
either way, I'm going with White. I don't know. I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
Either way, if you're not here, if you couldn't be here, so it is what it is. Some of us watching in Minnesota, it's a little bit of a long trek.
Little drive.
But, hey, you know, if you had the chance to be here or to have someone bid for you, there's a lot of really good stuff here. Back to the near side it goes. Too far for Vecchio, but he's still down deep in the zone, going after it in the near side corner.
Can I go put my name in a couple?
Okay, go for it.
Yay, I won.
Back through it goes and way up and out. That was a raffle or a silent auction? Did I get that wrong?
Silent auction.
Silent auction.
So,
okay.
yeah, I don't have that much money. Sorry. I'm just a teacher.
1:09 remains here in the second. 7-1 your score is. We're having a good time. We hope those of you watching are having a good time as well here for this charity broadcast for Children's Hospital. A great event. And the Commonwealth Cup at stake here.
Yeah, hopefully this stays this way and finds its way back to George Mason.
Quick bouncing puck will get to the net where Arsenault will cover it up.
Yeah, yellow pads. There's yellow pads.
He looks like Tuukka Rask down there. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It's Bruins. I mean,
big gold pads.
It just doesn't have the big bear on his. I think he still wears the same bucket. I think.
Well, I couldn't tell you.
Because it's what
goalie
the Providence.
mask painting's expensive.
They're still the Bruins. They're just Providence, right?
The P Bruins, yeah. Back to the near side, bouncing puck, lofted out of the air by Ryan Schaefer. Ahead for Gassel, but it's taken off of him and cleared the length of the ice. 53 seconds remains here in the second as Brian Bach will have it. He'll set up the breakout from behind the net. As Whalen tries to get in the face of a defender, make himself look big. Baker takes the shot high and wide. Far side, no, it's way up and out. Gear will pick it up in his own blue line. 36 seconds now remain. He puts it ahead for Baker. This time from the other side, takes the shot. Low one off the pads. Far side, Gear stepping in there trying to get it. Schaefer too quick for him. Now Gear will have it on the far side after the clearing effort by Kerry Williams.
Penalty.
We're going to have a delayed penalty call coming against George Mason.
Well, I didn't really see anything. Was that a trip?
I'm not really sure either. We have 16 seconds left here in the second period. 7-1 Patriots.
Dave, we need to suggest that the referees have mics.
You know,
Looks
I've
like a
offered
cross check.
to give the mics to the referee, but kind of takes away from the public address guy's job. Most of them be like, oh, yeah, mic me up. And they're like, no, we actually give them a mic.
No,
like,
the
I
thing
don't
about
want that.
no, in NHL, all he does is say number, who's in the box right now? 13 or 16? 16. I can't read. It's 15. Sorry. Number 15, 2 minutes. Cross check.
Has a bouncing pack just too far for McAllister. He has to tag back up as he was offsides. Far side it goes. Pejao trying to step in there, and we're going to have that clearing effort end of the period. More the bouncing puck effort back behind the net. Just too little, too late. Minute 44 will be on the power play for the Rams here in the third period. And we'll have to come back there for that. All right. Well, I'm not sure what else is going to go on here in this second intermission, but I do recommend you stay tuned. I'm John Baranowski. He's Phillip Prevost. Join us back here in a bit.
Okay, so welcome back, sports fans. This is Phillip Prevost here, and I have John Baranowski down here with me. And we are currently watching the Be Brave and Shave event going on right now in the lobby. And we have, right now it looks like just the staffing, but we have some of our players. I see a Cordova, if not both, I can't tell. And this is just an event where, it's kind of like a marathon. You raise money, and then right now it's all going to be donated to Children's Hospital. And now they're getting their heads shaved. So all the boys waiting there. And there's not really much to talk about. I mean, they're just getting their shave.
Sure. I'm doing air cam this stuff. Whenever you're ready. I'm waiting for you to say something.
Oh, you? Okay. So, Coach, what did you just tell everyone over there?
Basically, I've issued a challenge to the audience. We're here to raise $20,000 for Children's Hospital. We're short about $4,400. I will shave my head right outside the ZAM door at the end of the game if we get this last $4,500 raised. We got 20 minutes of hockey and about 30 minutes of time here to get it done. So let's raise the money. Let's do it.
Hey, so you heard it, guys. Get those. They can go online and do it.
Absolutely. There's an online site that we've had up on the Mason Facebook page. Just go right there and make your online donation.
All right, we'll get on there because we want to see this guy get his head shaved at the end of the game. So let's hit that goal, okay?
There you go.
We'll be back soon, folks.
Welcome back, sports fans. John Baranowski here with Phillip Prevost. A bit late simply because we're out watching players get their heads shaved. The Be Brave and Shave campaign, and we'll have clips of that for you as best as we can bring them. So the face-off will take the puck all the way down to the far side.
Penalty coming up. Another one.
As played right in front. Ford takes a shot, quick second shot, score! VCU will get a second one on a delayed penalty, and they're going to be 5-on-3 here with 19:33 remaining here in the third.
Coming into the game, George Mason's penalty kill, was at 73%. That's the first power play goal they gave up today. So, and they've been on it a couple times. So that number's probably a little bit higher. But changing the subject, the reason why we're late because we were watching people get their heads shaved, and Coach Hychek was out there, and we're about $4,400 short of our $20,000 goal right now. He said if we can get that goal, he will shave his head right outside the Zamboni doors of this rink. So go online and donate so we can see him shave his head.
Yeah, go through GMU's website or their Facebook page. I think you mentioned specifically the Facebook page. Check it out now. Open up a second tab, and let's raise some money for charity. Far side it goes. Zagate trying to get it away from Patrick Dillon. Okay. How bad? As it's played back now to the near side. Bouncing puck around behind as we try and make sure we're getting our difficulties taken care of. Back through it goes and cleared up and out. Ford will get the goal. It's 7-2 your score here with 18:45 remaining in the third, and it's 4-on-4 hockey with 1:08 to go in the power play for VCU. To the far side it goes, now picked up by Ryan Schaefer. Schaefer around the outside. Up top, quick shot, save made there by Whalen. It's over the far side for Jeff Egan, who can't clear it up and out. Played off, quick shot. It doesn't get through traffic. It's over the far side now for Nate Ardanowski. Played off for Colombo. Up top for Dillon. To the far side for Colombo. Back up top of the slot for Dillon to the near side for Ardanowski. Quick shot, save made on the glove and off the side of the cage and wide. Back to that near side. Ardanowski had it, centering pass intercepted by Mason and cleared up and out. 25 seconds remains on the power play. To the far side boards it goes, picked up there by Dillon. 16 seconds left to go on man advantage. Now to the near side for Williams. Williams in the near side corner, surveys his options, gets some pressure from Gassel. Down into the corner it goes. Quick shot in front came from Colombo. Back in front trying to find Ford, and we have five-a-side hockey again. Pejao back out of the box. 7-2 your score, 17 minutes and change to play here in the third. Back it goes for Buzz Ganu, swinging around behind his own net, dangles around Connor Gear. As played back through now on the near side for Colombo. Around behind the net, McAllister will pick it up over the far side. He'll play it up and out of the zone, where it stopped at center red and sent right back in. Pejao with the puck behind his own net. Surveys his options, pressure on. Fans on the pass, and it's back the other way thanks to Matt Colombo. Down low it goes for Nate Ardanowski. Back through for Gear and ahead for Kevin McAllister. He drops it off for Alex Mandeville, but stealing it away is Virginia Commonwealth. Back the other way it goes. Played in for Dillon. Quick shot. Stick save made, and it's played wide to the near side, where Brian Bach will pick it up. Ahead for Mandeville. Mandeville. Cross ice feed goes to Lovejoy swing around, put it in front, quick shot, save made, and covered up quickly there. Now I'm going to take a quick opportunity, try and play a little bit of clip from what we saw in the intermission. Just the staff I know. We'll just talk about what's going on. So what?
No, I'm saying like shaving. Like
No, it's a Be Brave and Shave. It benefits Children's Hospital.
they like bid on it.
I'm sorry we couldn't play you much, and I don't know where we cut you off there, Phil. I know you were the one leading us through that. But it is what it is, and you get to see a little bit of the players in full gear still. They took off their uppers and the jersey, and they sat down to get their heads shaved, raising money for charity.
At least you couldn't see my face, but then he would have like paused me in some awkward going like. Because I've had that happen before, like videos, someone paused it right at the right spot, and it's just weird.
You just look all a little
My
dirt.
mouth was open to the side, like.
I'm sure we can find a great clip of that at some point. Back through it goes. The power of editing. Round through the near side it goes. Mike MacArthur will step it up in the near side corner. Around in front, trying to get it through. Now it's ahead for Kerry Williams. Williams will take the shot. Goes off of a shin pad and way high. Morris chases it down on the far side. He gets ridden into the boards. A hard effort there by Ryan Schaefer to get the second one and knocked down. We're going to have the penalty called, and now a little bit of retaliatory with Pejal. Hopefully this only goes against the Rams.
Looks like Schaefer's going out, and Schaefer's been physical. He's been getting a couple shots out there. So they finally caught his hand in the cookie jar. 2 minutes in the sin bin.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the big hit on Talbot, the hit on Tony Cordova, where Sevi went after him. He is definitely their gadfly here on the Virginia Commonwealth Rams.
Their what?
Gadfly. That bothers you to cause it a reaction.
Oh, so you?
Yes, it's from Plato. I don't expect you to get it.
I didn't have to do that in college.
Back up top it goes for Zagatti. Now to the near side for Baker. There was an Aristotle. I always get the two mixed up.
Interference.
Back round behind. Sevi Cordova misses it. So interference is the call on... they called Schaefer for that one, not Kerry Williams.
Yeah, I told you it was Schaefer.
Oh, I thought it was Williams. Williams has been the one with the big hits.
Me.
Of course not.
You never listen to me.
Of course not. Why
I've been
would I?
right several times tonight, thank
On
you.
the far side, well, yeah, even a blind squirrel finds it out every now and then.
I found like 6 today, okay? I'm on a roll.
Lucky day. Back to the near side for Tony Cordova. Puts it down low. Quick shot on. Has it played back wide.
Because everyone's stuck on 95 still, that's why. That's why, because everyone's still stuck on 95.
That's why. That's the opportunity there. Back on the near side it goes. Minute 5 remains on the power play for the Patriots. Picked up along the near side. Baker will stop it off at the point. Surveys his options, puts it down low to Tony Cordova, who kicks it back behind the net, chases after it. Leaves it off for Alex Mandeville. Round to the near side, up top for Baker. Quick shot, blocker save now to the near side for Sevi Cordova. Sevi dangles the man. Trying to put it back to Tony. A little bit of pushing and shoving come from Colin Joyce with Sevi Cordova. Back down low to Sevi. Put it up top to Baker, but it was deflected in front and taken away now. Back the other way for Forrest Ford, who has both goals on the night. Quick shot, save made, rebound. The Wayland will push it away, but not too far. Baker will have it behind the net. Finally realizes it was left there by Tarek Zagade. Near side for Mandeville. 13 seconds remains on the power play for the Patriots. To the near side it goes for Sevi Cordova. Down low to Mandeville. Sevi digging for it, puts it in front. No, it's taken away off of his stick. Stepping in is Jeff Egan, as we'll get the five-a-side hockey back. His quick shot on and save made there. Held on to by Arsenault.
Let's give a shout out to one of our major sponsors today, George Mason University Hockey. It's sponsored by Glory Day Grill, who was here today, and you saw him earlier today on our broadcast. Going out before the game, after the game, to watch the big game, then go to Glory Day Grill, the official sports restaurant of the George Mason Patriots. And you got those wings, so ticket or ID, go get your wings.
You know, they had the owners up here. We probably should have had them rewrite our read. I made that up. It works. Far side it goes for Jeff Egan. Bouncing puck over to the far side it goes for Schaefer. Pejal trying to take it away. Schaefer's still with it. Plays it down low for Baranowski. Back round behind the net. to the near side boards where it's picked up there and pushed ahead for Dan Gassel. Stepping up in there is Kerry Williams. Big hit on Gassel back behind the net. Now it's carried over the far side. Dangling effort by Schaefer. Now we'll have the icing call against Virginia Commonwealth. Did that pass way too far? Way too far. So as we said, if they can raise the last $4,400, Coach Hygic will have his head shaved back down by the Zamboni doors, and if that happens, of course, we will have full coverage of it.
Oh, absolutely. You got to have that.
Absolutely.
You got to have that.
So stay tuned. It's 7-2 your score, but it's so much more than that. As it played right in front, bouncing puck, and the net knocked off its moorings. We'll save another juicy attempt with the rebound left right out on the doorstep. 12-17 remains here in the third for this charity event for Children's Hospital.
Yeah, and they're getting ready to start announcing some of the winners of those silent auctions. Some really good prizes out there. Prizes, auction pieces.
What?
Wouldn't be prizes. The auction
Auction
pieces.
winnings.
Yeah.
They won. Vecchio will try and get back to it. It's for Schaefer, who steals it away. Baker will keep it in the zone. Baker dangles Schaefer out of his skates. Schaefer just stood there going, I don't know what just happened. Back up top for McAllister. Down low to Baker. Baker up to McAllister again. Puck stolen away by Schaefer. Stepping up will there Garrett Pohl. Down low it goes. Dylan will pick it up. Over to the far side. Kerry Williams to the near side for Dylan. All the way back to Whalen, who'll kick it ahead for Pohl. Over to the far side. It's going to be carried up by Tony Cordova. He's got Zagate beside him. Takes it to the outside. Swings around behind the Noah player right in front. Gets back to his own pass and takes the shot on net. There are only a few players who can put their own pass in front, get back to it, and shoot.
Yeah.
Tony Cordova is one of them.
What I was going to say before is about Baker. You know, Baker should be nicknamed the Gingerbread Man because no one can catch him.
Why are we coming up with this late in the season?
I don't know. I haven't seen him dip and dangle like he's been doing today.
That's true. As Zagate dangles around a man, and Sevi Cordova in front, unable to get the shot. 11 minutes remains. Pushed ahead. And over to the far side he'll go for Buzz Ganu. Back through it goes for Sevi Cordova. Quick shot off of the shoulder and sent wide. Up top for Shields. He puts it down low. And it's going to be back the other way for Virginia Commonwealth, but Tony Cordova will steal it back. He gets caught between two players and knocked off the puck. And so back through center it goes. Carried up ice this time by Matt Colombo. Colombo has his pocket pick. Bach battling him all the way. Shields back ahead trying to find Bach. He will. To Sevi Cordova, who's forced into the boards by Colin Joyce.
Penalty
we have a glove fly in here, and we're going to have a delayed penalty called based on Joyce's actions with Sevi Cordova. Looks like we're going to have VCU going back to the box.
Yeah, he took an extra shot to the face there on Sevi. So
that'll do it. 10:09
rough.
remains here in the third. 7-2 your score in favor of George Mason.
Gave him 2 minutes for a rough.
So, Patriots back on the power play here.
The power play at 25.8%, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I think they got like at least one.
Yeah, so that's prior to this game. I'm sure that number has changed. As Baker takes a quick shot, pad save made.
Could have gone down because they've had several chances. So
Yeah. It's Tony Cordova back behind the net, puts it in front for Mandeville. Quick shot, save made, and the rebound snatched up quickly by Arsenault. 1:43 remains on that power play.
again, I'm still kind of curious that he's still in net, to tell you the truth.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you got to stick with your goaltender through thick and thin. Sometimes you see some of these. I mean, with a short bench, I'm sure they've seen some lopsided scores. It happens. I haven't been able to find out what the rest of their schedule was. Has a quick tic-tac-toe, Everett in front. Zagata will take the feed from Tony Cordova and pop it in the back of the net. A power play goal makes it 8-2.
You're long-winded sometimes. Relax.
It's exciting.
No, I'm saying, like, you kept talking about by the time you were done talking, they scored.
So I should keep talking so they score more?
Darn.
Haha, check and mate.
I don't say it's checkmate. Maybe check. Come back to me a little bit later. Maybe I'll have something.
You know, it's not called a comeback because you have enough time to go away and come back. Back to the near side. Bach will take it in. Yes, these battles happen off camera too, and they're just as fun. Over the far side it goes for Morris. Top to Shields. Quick play in front. Oh, the deflection in front. Just steered aside. To the near side, Edler puts it back to Bach. So Tony and Sevi will get the assists on that last goal from Tarek Zagate.
41 at least for Sevi.
42,
then.
I believe.
Did he get one on the other one too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. I could be mistaken.
And sorry, I haven't really. I mean, that's Sevi. That's the only stat.
Well,
Tony's up there too. I mean, he's at 33 before the game, so he has to be at least 35, 36.
You know, eight goals later, it's hard to keep track of who has what points sometimes. Shields will take this shot, a fluttering shot off of another stick. Will go back behind the net. Edler pushing Colin Joyce, who has been getting in the way quite a bit here recently. As it's cleared the length of the ice, Brian Bach chasing it down. It'll be stopped over by Whalen and left for Bach. Bach gets taken off the puck. Forrest Ford on the far side. He has both goals for VCU. His saucer pass is a bit too much. It's going to be put right back in by Kerry Williams. Back behind the net for Ford. Bouncing puck. Save made by Whalen, and he's going to hang on. And now, we got a bit tussle here between Ford and Bach. And Bach just takes him and wrestles him down. And now we have another tussle right in front of that. Who is that? That's Colombo, and I can't catch with a Mason player. We're getting buckets trying to be ripped off, but the gloves have not fallen yet. As the linesman wrestling to get this away.
And the referee's just like, okay, paper, pen.
That's his job. Ref step.
All right, you're gone. You're gone. You're gone.
Well, it's the supervisor role, you know. I'm just going to step back and you guys do the dirty work and take punches.
You're saying that their crew is kind of like a VDOT operation?
Yes, it's very, very similar. Well, linesman work, I'm not going to go there. You all know the construction worker jokes of working hard. I'm not going to offend people. I don't know if we have construction workers watching. I would not want them to be offended. VDOT does a great job.
I'm just saying. It's a joke.
VDOT does a great job. I approve. I can't wait for I-95 Express lanes to be open.
Here's the other thing. Like I've been in other states. Yeah, they are.
It sure beats PennDOT, I'll tell you that. I don't care if I'm offended them. Well, after an intense series of scuffles, so far we have one guy in the box.
Now 2. 20. No, 20 isn't going. The 20 was
going. So 8:33 remains here in the third, and somehow we have one penalty so far.
And you got the chirping from the crowd. You get the chirping from the crowd, and you get the physicality on the ice.
The fans have their crowd favorites, you know. All right, we're going to cut that interview just a little short. There's a lot of things going on. Well, there was nothing going on, and now all of a sudden there's a lot of things going on. The clock was ticked down to 4:50 in the game clock because we are running out of time for the slot on the ice. So obviously other games have to be played here.
And they're not even stopping for whistles either. They're just going to let it run.
They're just going to mercy clock it at this point. It is 8-2. We have a major for fighting on the board.
Now, is that do both coaches have to agree on that?
I'm sure. I'm sure of it. Lovejoy will take it back into the zone as we have just 4:16 remaining here in this game. Quick save made there by Arsenault. Clock continues to tick. I hope he repeats those calls.
The
There's a
Patriots
lot.
bench, just half of them are empty now.
Yeah, I don't think they're off getting their head shaved either. I think they've
I
been
think they're
tossed.
done. And then there's only 2 on the other bench right now.
Yeah, there
Or
are
3.
3 players and a goalie on the other bench. A quick play in front.
What happens if a goalie gets thrown out and the other goalie and
I don't know. That's ask the ref.
what happens?
It's over the far side, and McAllister trying to get back to it again. Play to the near side. It will get through to Lovejoy. No, he can't get a handle on it. Garrett Pohl will take it there. He waits for the offsides to come off and clears it down low. Back on the near side, Pejao will take it at center red. 3:20 remains here in the contest as it's back the other way now for VCU.
Got to answer that when we get a break.
Okay. Well, we're not going to get an actual break, but we'll find some time. Pushed ahead now for Nate Baranowski. And now Zagati will take it on the pass from Pejao, but he lost it on the way in.
My question was, what happens if both goalies get thrown out of the game on the same team? His response is, you have an option of dressing a third one in a goalie real quickly, or you have to play without one. He's like, what? So your net's just open? He's like, yep. The all-you-can-score buffet, then it'll be officially in full effect.
Yeah, as Garrett Pohl battles Ryan Schaefer down in the near corner. Now, granted, we did have Merciers versus University of Rochester. It was a quick play in front. Mandeville will take the shot, save made by Arsenault. I did announce a game once where it was a 12-0 rout, and Rochester got 10 shots on. So we could have played with an empty net and still won 12-10, assuming all those shots went in. But no one's ever really done that. Theoretically speaking. 2 minutes and 9 seconds remain here in the contest. It continues to tick away. The mercy clock is just out of time for the slot.
And they're just railing off the winners, too. There's no breaks, so they're just all those silent auction winners are rating off now, too.
Right. Well, they have to. We're just simply running out of time.
Their bench got bigger.
No.
Unless they were all scoots, but...
No, I think some players have come back. As over the far side, Will Edler trying to take it away there. We still have a play over the far side now for Vecchio. Vecchio will try to have it taken away by Nate Baranowski, and it's back the other way. VCU trying to mount one last big effort here. Baranowski to the far side trying to find Dylan. Baker steps in there. Right in front, bouncing puck. A good save made by Whalen.
I just realized the 5-minute was on us, not them.
Yeah, you're right. It's a quick shot, and it's on top of the net. No, it's a goal. It's up the top shelf. Whalen scored on. It's going to be 8-3 as we have 1:06 left here in the game, and they're letting that clock continue to run.
That clock's running fast, too. Seems like it's going faster than normal.
Well, I think it's just the pressure of the whole situation, and we're not used to going with a run clock in hockey.
Under
Alien
pressure.
to us.
Pushing down.
And face off one back to George Mason. Garrett Pohl with it. Now the near side, Gear trying to hold it off. Far side for Vecchio. Ahead for Gear and Pohl. 30 seconds remains here in the game. 8-3 your score. An interesting finish nonetheless after a major brawl. What was the final?
$16,470.
So they made $2,000 just in 2 periods. Not too shabby. So with 5 seconds left, I'm sure they'll have one last face-off. Are they just going to wave it off? Nope. That's the end of the contest. 8-3 your final. An odd way to finish a game, but hey, it's for charity and we'll take it. What, $16,000 and then some raised for Children's Hospital. A great event, a good contest to watch, and I sure had fun.
I had fun too.
So hopefully you guys watching at home as well have had a lot of fun and enjoyed our, well, I won't say it's good banter, but it's banter nonetheless.
All right, so we're going to get maybe some interviews or no?
Yeah, we'll see what we can do with the post-game efforts. Do stick around. I'm sure we can get at least Coach Hygic up here to cap this off and talk about some of the great things that were done, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned. I'm sure there'll be good things coming. I'm John Baranowski. With me is Phillip Prevost. Thank you for tuning in. And, hey, I'm sure there's still opportunities to donate. Check it out online. John Baranowski here with Nick Baker, and the Commonwealth Cup, it's back. Well, tell us about the game.
It was a little bit of a slow start, but luckily we picked it up a little bit. We popped in a few quick goals later in the first, but it wasn't the start we wanted, but it was definitely the finish we wanted.
And, tell us about that ending, because I've been doing this for a while, and that's unique.
Yeah, I think the rest are a little bit lenient on the penalties called, honestly. Only 2 people were ejected with a game misconduct. One of the VCU players ended up getting a kicking penalty, which actually is a DQ. So that means he has to have a USA hockey trial.
Yeah, that's a new one for me, too, a kicking penalty. All right, so tell me, how's it feel to win the Cup?
It feels pretty good. This is only the second time I've won it in my career at Mason, and every time we win it, there's a big celebration in the locker room, big celebration that night. It's always a good feeling.
And I can't believe I actually got to ask the question, how's it feel to win the Cup? So it's got to be fun.
Yep, it's great.
All right, so a lot of great things done for charity. Will you give a final message before we send it back?
We just want to thank everyone who helped us raise money, especially the club field hockey team. They helped us out a lot to raise a lot of money, and all of our sponsors, all of our donations. What we did, it really meant a lot for the community, and we were happy to do it.
And make sure you wear a toque now. It's cold out there.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, thanks, Baker.
Thank you.
John Baranowski here with Coach Hyjek, an 8-3 victory. Well, first off, let's talk about that ending and what exactly happened out there.
Well, unfortunately, we got a little bit of a late start, and along with all the announcements that had to be made in the game and then the little scrum that occurred, we ran up a curfew issue, and so as a result of that, we had another game, a youth hockey game following us. We had to go to a running time, and that's why things ended as quickly as they did.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion, but hey, I get it. You got to do what you got to do.
Got to make sure you look out for the young kids to get their ice time too. So
absolutely, they feed your program after. You never know.
Absolutely correct.
All right, well let's wrap it up. What was the final tally on what was made for charity?
We raised $17,640 today, which is a great day for us. We had hoped to get up to about 20,000, but we thought we were going to be around 15. Made a last-minute push, and 17,000 is a pretty good day for Children's Hospital, and they're the big winners, and for good reason. These guys do a lot of great work for these kids. The team had a chance to go and visit patients as well as the staff in the hospital, and we're hopeful that we made a small contribution to help them fight pediatric cancer.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be great for them. I mean, we started out with, 14,000 when we started the day, so that's a big gain.
Absolutely. No, we made a good push here in terms of silent auction items, and then we had some donations. In fact, the lady that won the split the pot raffle gave half of the money back as well. Wow. So a lot of nice gestures by a lot of people.
Well, that's great to hear. That's very good stuff. All right, well, I guess final messages as we finish it off.
Been an up and down semester, but a great way to cap it off, no doubt about it. We really feel that these community games are extremely important, not only for the folks that we try to help out, but for the guys in terms of how they evolve as players and as citizens. And we're just very thankful to the volunteers today, to Children's Hospital, to the rink, and to all the fans who showed up, and to you guys for covering the game.
All right, well, thank you very much, Coach. We appreciate it.
Thank you.